Have you ever noticed how some people seem to make success look effortless? And have you ever asked yourself, why am I not getting that same financial freedom? You're grinding day in and day out, barely catching a break, while others seem to attract wealth, opportunities, and abundance like a magnet. So, why does that happen? The truth is, sometimes it's not just about hard work. It's about tuning into the energy of the universe, which is always speaking to us quietly through signs, patterns, and numbers. But most of the time, we're too distracted to notice. Maybe you've seen repeating numbers like 1313, 777, or even your own birth date showing up in unexpected places. These aren't just random coincidences. They're signals, gentle nudges from the universe, reminding you that you're connected to something deeper, something divine. In today's video, we'll explore 6 unique numbers that are aligned with the energetic flow of August 2025. These numbers weren't picked at random. They are grounded in ancient Buddhist teachings, numerology, and cosmic timing, each carrying a frequency of transformation, clarity, and wealth. Stay with me until the very end because the 6th number isn't just lucky. It holds a rare energetic vibration. We call it the bonus number, the kind of frequency that amplifies your focus and attracts sudden breakthroughs when aligned with presence and intention. And if you're truly ready to step into that flow, like this video, subscribe to Buddhism Trail and comment this affirmation below. I align my focus with divine abundance. Let's get started. Now, let's talk about a number that doesn't chase the spotlight, but silently holds everything together. This is the quiet force in your journey. Number 6. Number 6 isn't flashy. It doesn't promise quick riches or viral success. Instead, it offers something far more valuable: stability. In a world that glorifies overnight success and constant stimulation, the energy of 6 reminds you to slow down and build with intention. This number is like the backbone of a peaceful life. Think of it as the feeling of waking up early to a clean space, sipping tea in silence before the world begins. It's that steady hand that shows up day after day for your dreams, your relationships, your growth, even when there's no applause. That's the magic of 6. It doesn't explode, it evolves. In Buddhist philosophy, this number resonates with right effort, one of the most grounding parts of the Noble Eightfold Path. But don't confuse effort with exhaustion. Right effort is purposeful energy, not hustle, not burnout, but the daily discipline of choosing what nourishes your spirit over what simply feeds your ego. From a cosmic perspective, 6 aligns with the planet Saturn, the great teacher of time and responsibility. Saturn asks the tough questions. It holds up the mirror and says, "Are you building something real?" It won't reward shortcuts. But if you're patient and consistent, Saturn will gift you something rare, unshakable success, the kind that doesn't collapse when life gets hard. There's more. In Buddhist cosmology, the number 6 mirrors the 6 realms of existence, symbolic of different states of mind we pass through. From deep suffering to awakened clarity, each realm invites you to reflect, grow, and elevate your awareness. And when you consider the 6 directions, north, south, east, west, above, and below, you realize something profound. Your actions ripple outward. What you think, say, and do affects more than just you. You're part of a web of energy, a system, a balance. So, as you move through August 2025, allow the energy of 6 to guide your choices. Prioritize routines that feel good, even if they're small. Embrace the slow progress, the kind that builds inner peace, emotional wealth, and long-term abundance. Because sometimes real wealth isn't loud or fast. It's a quiet rhythm, a sacred consistency that slowly but surely changes everything. And if you think that's powerful, wait until you meet the next number. It carries a magnetic force, one that pulls luck, new possibilities, and even unexpected connections into your life. Let's talk about a number that doesn't demand your attention with noise. Instead, it reaches you in silence when your spirit is finally open to shift. That number is 23. To the average eye, it might pass as just another digit. But if it's been surfacing again and again, whether on your phone, in a receipt total, or even unexpectedly in everyday conversation, it's far from a coincidence. It's the universe's way of nudging you not with urgency, but with mindfulness. A whisper that says, "You're ready to clear space for something better." Think of 23 like a quiet breeze that enters a room heavy with stillness. It doesn't demand chaos or sudden change. It carries the essence of release and renewal. It comes into your life when you're feeling trapped in repetitive routines, overwhelmed by your own thoughts, or unsure of where to go next. But instead of pushing you, it gently opens a door. From a Buddhist lens, we understand that life is not about clinging or forcing outcomes. It's about witnessing with awareness, surrendering to the present, and moving in harmony with flow. And this is what the number 23 brings. A gentle call to loosen your grip. Ask yourself, are you holding tightly to expectations that no longer serve you? To fears of failing, or stories about who you think you should be by now? This number invites you to stop waiting for perfection and start responding with truth. Whether it's speaking what's in your heart, acting on a small but powerful idea, or simply choosing a kinder reaction, 23 encourages motion without pressure. Real growth, after all, isn't about having all the answers. It's about having the courage to begin to evolve without needing everything figured out. That's the beauty of 23. It shows you that clarity often comes after the first step, not before it. And here's where transformation quietly begins. The moment you stop trying to control every outcome and start aligning with presence. When you let go, even slightly, the energy around you starts to shift. People respond differently. Unexpected chances appear. That heaviness you've been carrying, it starts to dissolve. Not because you chased anything, but because you made room for it to arrive. So if 23 keeps finding you, pause and reflect. Were you holding on to too tightly? Where could you loosen the reins and allow more grace into your life? Let this number remind you true movement happens when you're connected, not when you're controlling. And if this message resonates with your heart, and you feel called to support this energy and the teachings we share here at Buddhism Trail, consider clicking the thanks button below. Whether it's $23 or any amount you feel aligned with, know that in Buddhist practice, giving is not about the amount. It's about opening yourself to receive in return. Let your offering be a reflection of the abundance you are ready to welcome. Let's explore a number that doesn't chase the spotlight, but holds a steady power that shapes destinies in silence. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it holds a kind of quiet strength most people overlook. That number is 17. Now imagine this. You've been showing up consistently. You wake up even when you're exhausted. You handle your responsibilities, meet expectations, and still try to hold space for your dreams. But deep inside, it feels like you're running in place. No major wins. No external applause. Just effort. And more effort. If that feels familiar, then you're walking in the energy of 17 without even realizing it. 17 is the number of quiet momentum. It's for those who continue not because they see instant results, but because they believe in their path. It's the energy of people who keep showing up for themselves, no matter how long it takes. In today's world, where everyone is obsessed with quick success, this number stands for something rare: devotion to the process. In Buddhist teachings, there's a concept known as right effort. The idea that your consistent, mindful action matters more than any outcome. And that's exactly what 17 represents. You may not see it right now, but beneath the surface, your work is planting seeds. A lotus doesn't bloom the moment it's planted. It takes time, stillness, and patience under muddy waters. From a numerological perspective, 1 plus 7 equals 8, the number of karmic balance, flow, and long-term success. The number 8 isn't about luck. It's about alignment. It shows up when your energy matches your intentions. It whispers, don't give up. Your effort is forming a foundation that's built to last. Astrologically, 17 echoes the vibration of Saturn, the taskmaster of the cosmos. It governs time, discipline, and life lessons. Saturn isn't here to give you shortcuts. It's here to make you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's ahead. If you've been feeling a heavy emotional or financial weight, especially leading up to mid-August, know this. It's not punishment. It's preparation. The universe isn't delaying your reward, it's stretching your capacity to receive it. 17 isn't here to grant you instant riches or spiritual breakthroughs. It's here to remind you of something deeper. That integrity outlasts speed. And consistency is the ultimate currency in both spiritual and material wealth. So when you notice the number 17 in time, in signs, in patterns, don't just wish for luck. Prepare for what's coming. Because when that breakthrough finally shows up, your patience will have already made you worthy of it. Let's pause and reflect on a number that often hides in plain sight. 26. It's not flashy. It's not the kind of number that makes headlines or gets scribbled into dreams of sudden wealth. But that's exactly where its quiet strength lies. You may have seen it before on the door of an apartment, the balance on a receipt, the page of a book that changed your thinking, or even the seat number on a journey that led to something meaningful. 26 doesn't beg for attention. It waits patiently, appearing only to those who are present enough to notice. Buddhist philosophy teaches us something powerful, that the sacred is not always wrapped in grandeur. It's often disguised as ordinary. The breath, the moment, the small signs we overlook. And that's what gives 26 its quiet magic. It arrives like a whisper from the universe, gently asking, are you truly awake to your purpose? Or are you running on autopilot, following routines without reflection? The number 2 speaks to inner harmony, intuitive wisdom, and the delicate art of connection. It reminds us to listen more to ourselves and to those around us. It values the strength of soft power, of being calm in a world that often celebrates noise. The number 6, on the other hand, brings the energy of responsibility, caregiving, and creating strong foundations. It's about meaningful progress, not speed, but substance. Together, 26 becomes a symbol of mature transformation, the kind that evolves when you live with awareness. As we move into August 2025, this number might show up as a mirror, asking you, are you building a life that feels true to you, or just going through the motions? At Buddhism Trail, we believe abundance isn't an accident. It comes to those who are energetically ready. 26 is a signal not of fate, but of your alignment. A reminder that success isn't just about what's in your wallet, it's about what's in your soul. If this message resonates, consider supporting Buddhism Trail by clicking the thanks button. Even a small offering like $26 helps this wisdom reach someone else on the path. In Buddhist tradition, giving isn't charity. It's a reflection of inner awakening. Let that act be your message to the universe. I'm ready. I'm aligned. And I'm open. Not every message from the universe arrives with fireworks. Some are soft, subtle, like a warm light flickering through the fog when you least expect it. And that's the quiet energy of the number 15. It doesn't shout. It doesn't chase. It simply waits until you're calm enough to notice. Think about your daily rhythm. Most of us wake up and immediately dive into the noise. Checking messages, rushing to work, planning ahead, staying busy just to feel productive. But in all that doing, we often forget to just be, to pause, to listen to what's happening inside. That's where the vibration of 15 steps in. Not to distract you, but to gently call you home. You might see it on a receipt, on a license plate, or maybe it repeats in a dream. It doesn't show up to impress you. It shows up to remind you that there's a part of you waiting to be heard. A part that's been drowned out by other people's plans, expectations, and noise. And right now, in this period of early August, when the world outside is moving fast, this number calls you to slow down inside. Not to retreat, but to realign. 15 brings a quiet strength. It's the calm in the center of your storm. The still point from where all real clarity begins. If lately you've felt like you're living a version of life that doesn't quite feel like yours, if you've been checking boxes, achieving goals, keeping the peace, yet still feeling disconnected, you're not lost. You're awakening. And the appearance of 15 is like a gentle nudge saying, yes, you're sensing it right. It's time to reconnect. In numerology, 15 is a combination of freedom, wisdom, and emotional balance. It doesn't ask you to abandon your life or make radical moves. Instead, it reminds you that true freedom begins within. In your breath, in your presence, in your choices. It aligns closely with what the Buddha described as the middle path, a way of living in harmony without swinging between extremes, rooted in mindful awareness. Picture your life like a room you've lived in for years. 15 isn't about demolishing the house, it's about clearing out what no longer belongs. The clutter, the noise, the weight, and making space for clarity. It encourages you to look around and ask, what truly brings me peace? Then keep that and let the rest fall away. The Buddha once said, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. 15 is the energy that walks you back to that truth. Not with force, but with presence. It doesn't push. It guides. And its purpose isn't perfection, it's integration, helping you become whole in your own time, on your own terms. And if you felt something stirring while listening, trust that because what's coming next could hold the exact vibration your soul has been waiting for. There's a bonus number ahead, one that carries intense spiritual clarity. A number that's not just powerful, but directional, like a compass pointing you toward the version of abundance meant only for you. Bonus number 35, the silent shift toward abundance. Have you ever had a quiet moment that suddenly made everything feel different? Not because something dramatic happened, but because your awareness sharpened, like life was gently nudging you, saying, pay attention. That's what the number 35 is all about. It's not loud. It doesn't demand recognition. But it has a way of appearing when you're on the edge of something meaningful, a change in energy, in direction, or in mindset. Unlike other numbers that might come with fireworks and urgency, 35 comes with quiet clarity. It's the kind of sign that appears when you're sitting with a tough decision or feeling stuck between comfort and growth. You might not even realize it right away, but deep down, you know something is shifting and you're being guided. In spiritual numerology, the number 3 represents your inner spark, creativity, communication, and the desire to express your truth. It's your imagination calling you forward into a life that reflects who you really are. Now bring in the number 5, the symbol of transformation, exploration, and the courage to evolve. 5 doesn't settle for the familiar. It craves freedom, movement, and expansion. Together, 35 becomes a quiet but powerful reminder to act on what you feel deep within, to honor your truth, and take intentional steps forward. Here's where Buddhist thought brings it into focus. You don't need to force change. In fact, real transformation often comes in stillness, in the moments you trust the process, even if you don't have all the answers. 35 isn't about rushing. It's about alignment, about stepping into a new direction with calm purpose. So, if you've been waiting for a sign, this could be it. If something inside you feels ready, even quietly, then it's time to trust that feeling. Like this video, subscribe to Buddhism Trail, and comment this affirmation. I trust the quiet signs guiding me toward abundance. You don't need noise to create change. All you need is clarity and the courage to follow where it leads. Take a breath. You're already on your way. Stay focused, and I'll see you in the next video.